Hello, good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon, and welcome again to the fourth session for the verbal ability English. And let's start. Okay, so yesterday or last night, we were talking about, or we discussed about the parts of speech, and today I'm going to continue with it or to have more clarifications about conjunctions and determiners. But this is just a um, short discussion. Then we will go on with another topic. Okay, so let's proceed with conjunction. All right, so conjunctions are simply words that join sentences, clauses, and sometimes words. So these join together sentences are to make them more compact, right? So conjunctions just simply join and perform, no other job. All right, so we all know fun boys, and fun boys stands for and nor but or yet so. So these words are the common conjunctions we come across. But later on, I will give you or I will discuss more about conjunctions and other conjunction examples. Okay, for here is an example sentence where we use but here. For example, I like cooking and eating, but I don't like washing dishes afterward. So here we use the word but to simply join sentences or join clauses. So we have the first clause, I like cooking and eating. And then the second clause, I don't like washing dishes afterward. Or shall we say, two sentences, and then when we put them together in one sentence by using the conjunction but to create another sentence or to create one sentence. Okay, now let's talk about types of conjunctions. We have here the first correlative conjunctions. What's a correlative conjunction? So, correlative conjunction are conjunctions which are used as pairs or works in pairs. So, we have here either or, neither nor, both and, though yet, whether or, not only but also. For example, let's have some example sentences. We have here the first, either do this or do that. Next, we have here, though it was raining heavily, yet she still managed to come. And next, we have here, she speaks not only English but also Arabic. All right. So here it's correlative conjunction. Why it's correlative conjunction? Because in each sentence, it's not just one conjunction, but there are two conjunctions working in pairs, right? So we have here either or, and though, yet, not only, but also. All right. That's why it's called correlative conjunction because they coexist in one sentence. All right, next we have here compound conjunctions. Compound conjunctions are phrases or expressions which are used as conjunctions. Now, these are two or three words that go together. All right, so we have here in order that, as if, as soon as well as, in as much as, provided that, even if, etc. Like, for example, the house looks as if it was made hundreds of years ago. So we use the phrase as if as our conjunction. What is as if? So as if is shortened from as would be the case if. That means giving a possible explanation for something or saying that something appears to be the case when it is not, right? Like the house looks as if it was made hundreds of years ago. It looks like it's old, like the house is old, something like that. All right, it's more giving an explanation. We use the phrase as if. Okay, next for the second sentence, you can have the sweets provided that you brush your teeth afterwards. So we have the phrase provided that. Provided that means if, only if, or the first thing will happen only if the second thing also happens. It's like conditions, right? Um, you can have the sweets, right? That's the first thing that will happen if you will brush your teeth afterwards. So that's it. That's why we use provided that. Okay. Next, we have here I accept your invitation in as much as spending time with you is great. So we have here in as much as simply means because. Right? Okay. Now let's talk about classes of conjunctions. For classes of conjunctions, there are two, the coordinating and the subordinating conjunctions. But first, let's talk about coordinating conjunctions. For coordinating conjunctions, these conjunctions were joined together two sentences or clauses or equal rank or significance, and they connect two independent clauses together. Again, for coordinating conjunctions, they connect two independent clauses together. For example, and, but, for, nor, or, also, neither, nor, either, or. So let's have an example. We have here dogs bark and cats meow. All right, we have here again dogs bark and cats meow. So, and here is our coordinating conjunction that connects two independent clauses. So, the first independent clause, dogs bark, and the second one, cats meow. All right. And next one, we have also here, I went to work, but my sister stayed at home. So, we have here the word but, which is um, used to join two independent clauses together. I went to work and my sister stayed at home. All right. Now, for coordinating conjunctions, there are subtypes. There are four subtypes. We have here the first cumulative conjunction. Cumulative conjunction means you simply add one clause or sentence to another, right? And commonly they use the word and. That means you connect two or more independent clauses in a way that adds information to the main clause. Again, when we say cumulative, that means progressive, or shall we say increasing. That means the information doesn't just stay there. It means it adds up, adds information. And we use these cumulative conjunctions. All right. So, like for example, the cat got up. That's it, right? That's our first sentence or first statement. The cat got up. Now we use the cumulative conjunction and to give more information about the cat, which the cat got up and ran very fast. So the cat got up and ran very fast. That means we give more information about the cat, like what happened or what did the cat do after he got up, right? Okay, next we have here, um, sorry, the second sentence. He plays guitar as well as he paints pictures. So again, we did not use the word and, but we use as well as, means similar, which means he plays guitar and then he also paints pictures. That means it adds information about our subject he. All right. So I hope it's clear what cumulative conjunction is. Again, cumulative conjunction, you simply add one clause or sentence to another to add information to the main clause. All right. Now let's continue. So we have here adversative conjunctions. Adversative conjunctions, these conjunctions are used to indicate opposition or contrast between two statements or clauses. So for cumulative conjunction, we use it to add more information about the main clause. But here, in adversative conjunction, we use it to indicate opposition or a contrast between two statements. For example, the first statement we have here, he is ill, right? And the second statement, he is getting better. It's contrasting, right? You are ill, but you are getting better. That means it's an adversative conjunction, and we use the conjunction but, right, to give emphasis that we are opposing, that the two statements are contrasting with each other. That's why we come up with a sentence: He is ill, but he is getting better. All right. So we have here in this first sentence, and for the second sentence, she was all right. Only she had a headache. So it's still a contrasting statement. Why? She was all right, but she had a headache, right? So that's why it's a contrasting or an adversative conjunction. All right. Now let's continue. We have here disjunctive. So disjunctive conjunction are used to present two sentences which provide two alternatives. Again, two alternatives. For example, you quit smoking, or you will get seriously ill. It's more like also conditions, or you presented the consequences, right? So you must quit smoking, or you will get seriously ill. You provide two alternatives of what is what would be the action that he or the subject will going to take, right? Next we have here, revise your lesson, else you will fail the test. So again, they provide two alternatives. Okay, next we have here for letter D, we have elative conjunctions. So elative conjunctions, they make an assumption or conclusion in one statement based on the condition in the other statement. Again, make an assumption or conclusion in one statement based on the condition in the other statement. Okay, example: I have been applying for colleges everywhere. Therefore, I will definitely get in one. Okay, that means you are concluding already. You are making an assumption just based on the first statement. The first statement is, I have been applying for colleges everywhere. That means you are concluding that maybe I will definitely get in one, or therefore I will definitely get in one. Okay, that means you are making your conclusion. Next, we have here, he reached the class late, so he missed the lecture. Okay, that means you are um, again concluding, or you are making an assumption based on the condition in the other statement. Because you are late, probably you will miss the lecture. That's it. Okay, so let's review again. So for cumulative conjunction, add one clause or sentence to another, which only gives or adds information to the main clause. It doesn't contrast, or it doesn't put two alternatives, or it doesn't make assumptions or conclusion. It's just that it adds information to the main clause. All right. Next, for adversative, we have here to indicate opposition or contrast between two statements or clause. For disjunctive conjunction, it is present two sentences which provide two alternatives. And for elative conjunction, make an assumption or conclusion in one statement. All right. So let's practice. Let's try. Identify what type of coordinating conjunction the underlined word is, and choose the letter of your answer. Okay, so here I want you, everyone, I want you to write the number, the item, and then the answer or the letter of your answer in the comment section. Okay, so let's have for number one, she enjoys reading and she loves writing stories. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it C, disjunctive conjunction? Is it B, elative conjunction? Or is it E, none of the above? Again, she enjoys reading and she loves writing stories. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it C, disjunctive conjunction? Is it D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Okay, can I see here in the comment section your answers? Okay, anyone? Okay, let's find out. We have here the for coordinating conjunction, we use the word and. So what is or what type of coordinating conjunction this underlined word is? Okay, so the correct answer is letter A. It's cumulative conjunction. Okay, cumulative conjunction. Why? It's because we use the word and to add information about our subject, she. So she enjoys reading and she loves writing stories. That means it's add more information about our subject. Okay, that's why it's cumulative conjunction. All right, let's continue. Let's have number two. Okay, for number two, it was raining heavily. Therefore, the match was postponed. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it C, disjunctive conjunction? Is it D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Again, it was raining heavily. Therefore, the match was postponed. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it C, disjunctive conjunction? Is it D, elative conjunction? Or E, none of the above? Okay, what's your answer? Okay, so for here in number two, the correct answer is okay. It's an elative conjunction. Why it's an elative conjunction? It's because it made an assumption or a conclusion, right? The word therefore, therefore is used for concluding something. It was raining heavily, and then you conclude that the match was postponed. Therefore, the match was postponed. That means it's an elative conjunction. All right. Okay, let's continue for number three. Number three, sorry. Oh, number three is not available. Okay, let's have first number four. Okay, number four, she was tired, but she decided to go for a run. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Again, she was tired, but she decided to go for a run. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction. Letter D, elative conjunction. Or letter E, none of the above. Okay, so anyone are free to, or anyone is free to answer and try. Okay, for number four, the correct answer here is, okay, it's adversative conjunction. Why it's an adversative conjunction? It's because it's an opposing or a contrasting statement. Because you are tired, right? But why would you go for a run? Right? So it's contrasting. That's why it's an adversative conjunction. Here, the word, I mean, the verb tired, she was tired. This is the clue, tired. And then you decided to go for a run. So it's contrasting. The two statements are contrasting. That means it's an adversative conjunction. Okay, let's continue. Let's have here number five. For number five, he studied for the test as well as completed all his assignments. Again, he studied for the test as well as completed all his assignments. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Is it D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above. Again, he studied for the test as well as completed all his assignments. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Okay, so the correct answer for number five is cumulative conjunction. Again, it adds information about our subject, he, which the first information, he studied for the test. And the second information, he also completed all his assignments. That's why it's a cumulative conjunction. All right? Okay, so I hope it's clear. Now, how about for number six? He loves chocolate, yet he avoids it for health reasons. Again, he loves chocolate, yet he avoids it for health reasons. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Is it B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? What's your answer? Anyone? Okay, so for number six, the correct answer is, okay, letter B, adversative conjunction. Okay, so the correct answer here is adversative conjunction. Why? Because the first statement here is he loves chocolate, right? Love. But then he avoids it for health reason. He loves chocolate, yet he avoids it for health reason. That means it's an adversative conjunction. Okay? It's contrasting or opposing with each other. All right. Let's continue. Number seven. So He can either join us for dinner or he can stay home. Again, he can either join us for dinner or he can stay home. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Letter B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Or letter D, elative conjunction? Okay, so for number seven, the correct answer is letter C. It's disjunctive conjunction. Why it's disjunctive? It's because it's presenting two alternatives. The first alternative we have here, he can join for dinner, right? And then the second one, he can stay home. So that means it's a disjunctive conjunction. He can either join us for dinner or he can stay home. It's clearly you're trying to give alternatives or options here on the statement. Okay, let's continue. Let's have number 8. For number 8, he missed the bus, thus, he arrived late to the meeting. Again, he missed the bus, thus, he arrived late to the meeting. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Letter B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Okay, number 8. What's the correct answer? Please, if you're going to answer, please write the item number and then the correct or the letter of your answer. Okay, for number 8, the correct answer is okay, it's letter D. Elative conjunction. Why it's an elative conjunction? Because it's making a conclusion or making an assumption, right? It's making an assumption. He missed the bus, thus he arrived late to the meeting. Again, he missed the bus. So therefore, you are concluding that he arrived late to the meeting because he missed the bus, right? That means it's an elative conjunction. Again, letter A, cumulative conjunction, it adds information, okay? Adds more information to the first statement. For letter B, adversative conjunction, that is for opposing or contrasting two statements. And for letter C, disjunctive conjunction, it's for giving two alternatives or giving two options in the statements. And when you say letter D, elative conjunction, that means you are making an assumption or you are making a conclusion based on the first or based on the condition of the first statement. Okay, so I hope it's clear. All right, so let's continue, but still, thank you for trying. All right, let's have number 9. Okay, for number 9, would you prefer to watch a movie or would you like to play a game? Again, would you prefer to watch a movie or would you like to play a game? Now, is it letter A, cumulative conjunction? Letter B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Again, I want you to understand the sentence. Okay? Would you prefer to watch a movie or would you like to play a game? For number 9, what's your answer? Okay, so the correct answer for number 9 is letter C. Very good. That's a disjunctive conjunction. Why? Because it's stating or presenting two options here. The first option, would you prefer to watch a movie? And the second option, would you like to play a game? That's it. All right, so very good. Congratulations. Now let's have number 10. Okay, for number 10, the project requires both creativity and technical skills. Is it A, cumulative conjunction? Letter B, adversative conjunction? Letter C, disjunctive conjunction? Letter D, elative conjunction? Or letter E, none of the above? Again, the project requires both creativity and technical skills. Okay, so the correct answer for number 10 is very good. It's letter A, cumulative conjunction. Why it's cumulative conjunction? Again, it adds more information about the first statement. So the first statement is the project requires both creativity. And also the other one, the project requires also technical skills. Both. It means add more information. All right? So I hope it's clear and congratulations. Now let's continue. All right, so here let's proceed to another class of conjunction, which is the subordinating conjunction. For subordinating conjunction, this conjunction join together an independent clause to a dependent clause. All right, so subordinating conjunctions usually use the conjunctions after, before, because, if, till, as, that, though, although, unless, etc. All right, so let's begin. For example, after the rain was over, the sun came out again. Okay, again, after the rain was over, the sun came out again. So here we're using the conjunction after. Okay, now how about for the second sentence? We have here, I will wait here till you come back. Again, I will wait here till you come back. You see, these are subordinating conjunctions. Now, for subordinating conjunctions, there are subtypes also. We have the first subordinating conjunctions of time. So, subordinating conjunctions of time used to indicate time of happening of something. Okay, the happening of something, which means, for example, I went home after the sunset. Okay, again, I went home after the sunset. So we have here one independent clause, and then we connect it or we join it together to an independent to a dependent clause. So I went home, that's our independent clause, and then the sunset, that's our dependent clause, or after the sunset, that's our dependent clause. So we join them together, we create a subordinating conjunction of time. All right. Next, we have the second sentence. Honey, Honey reached the ceremony before it was over. Again, Hannah reached the ceremony before it was over. So we have here before means joining together an independent clause to a dependent clause. So we have here Hannah reached the ceremony. Then we have here dependent clause before it was over. So when we join them together, we create a subordinating conjunction of time. Right? So I hope it's clear. Now, subordinating conjunction of cause. All right. So here, used to show the cause and effect of something. Again, subordinating conjunctions of cause means showing the cause and effect of something. For example, she baked a cake because it was her birthday. So our cause here is it was her birthday. That's our cause. And the effect, she baked a cake. All right. Next, we have here, since you have been gone, I am doing the dishes. Okay. So the cause here, you have been gone. So the effect, I am doing the dishes. So here, that's the subordinating conjunction of cause, showing the cause and effect of something in one sentence by using the subordinating conjunction of cause. Okay? So usually, subordinating conjunctions of cause use the conjunctions because and since. Okay, now let's continue. Letter C, subordinating conjunctions of purpose. Purpose. Okay, so these are the conjunctions which denote the purpose of things, right? Why something was done or why something happened. It's more like cause and effect, but it's more like showing the purpose of the action. So, why was the action uh, been done? So, there's a purpose. Okay, like for example, he ate so that he won't be hungry. Okay? That means there's a purpose there. Why did you eat? The purpose is for me not to get hungry. All right? So I hope it's clear. Next, we have here subordinating conjunctions of consequence. So here, consequence show the result of some happening. Okay? Show the result of some happening. For example, she worked so many hours that she could barely sit. That's the consequence. You work for so many hours, and the consequence is you could barely sit. Okay, and here you're using the conjunction that and so. The second sentence, the seminar was boring, so people started yawning. So the consequence, because the seminar was boring, the consequence, people started yawning. Okay, so I hope it's clear again. For subordinating conjunctions of cause, it's used to show cause and effect of something, right? It's very clear here, the cause and the effect. And then conjunctions of purpose. Purpose, why something was done or why something happened. And the consequence is the result of some happening. So what's the result of your action? Because you work so many hours, you could barely sit. And because the seminar was boring, people started yawning. All right, so I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Let's have subordinating conjunctions of condition. So subordinating conjunctions of condition, it's used to express that something will happen if some other thing is done, or what will happen if the condition of one clause is fulfilled. Okay, for example, she will work if she gets paid handsomely. Again, she will work if she gets paid handsomely. There's a condition there that um, in order for something to happen, this thing will happen also, right? So she will work. I will work if I will get paid handsomely, something like that. So something will happen if some other thing is also done. All right. Next, we have here, people will not succeed unless they work efficiently. So, first thing, something will happen, which is people will not succeed, and if the other thing is done, if they unless they work efficiently. Okay. So let's continue. That's the subordinating conjunctions of condition. Okay. Next, we have here subordinating conjunctions of concession. So, concession means to concede or state a fact or idea regardless of what claim is made in the main clause. For example, though my cat is ill, yet it plays all day. Okay, again, though my cat is ill, yet it plays all day. So you're stating a fact here or an idea, regardless of what claim is made in the main clause. All right, next we have here, even though he was rich, he never looked down upon anyone. Again, even though he was rich, he never looked down upon anyone. So that's concession means you're stating a fact or idea regardless of what claim is made in the main clause. All right, now let's continue. Subordinating conjunctions of comparison. So here, subordinating conjunctions of comparison are used to show comparison between two things in two statements. For example, she is stronger than her friend. It means you are showing comparison between two things. Two things here are two person, her and her friend. Okay, next, our team wore white, whereas their team. So again, comparing, comparison. That means it's a subordinating conjunction of comparison. Okay, so now, what's the difference between coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction? So here, coordinating conjunction, just remember, they connect words, phrases, or independent clauses of equal importance. All right? It link elements of equal importance. Um, and also, the coordinating conjunctions use the conjunctions fanboys. We have for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Coordinating conjunctions, they connect words. Like, for example, they connect words, the tea and the coffee. They put them in one sentence. I like tea and coffee. Also, they connect phrases. She enjoys swimming, but prefers running. Enjoys swimming and prefers running. They connect the phrase and use the coordinating conjunction but. Okay, next, connecting clauses. I wanted to go out, but it started to rain. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Now, for subordinating conjunction, they connect an independent clause with a dependent clause. Okay, indicating a relationship between the two. And subordinating conjunctions lead into clauses that cannot stand alone. So when you separate the subordinating conjunction, it cannot stand alone. There's always an independent clause and the dependent clause. Unlike the coordinating conjunction, when you separate them, still there's an idea there. There's an equal importance in each word, phrase, or clause. Okay? Now, we have here for subordinating conjunction, they create dependent clauses. For example, I stayed home because it was raining. So we have here, I stayed home because it was raining. All right, next, indicating time or condition. If you finish your homework, we can watch a movie. All right, next, expressing contrast. Although it was late, she continued working. You see, there's always an independent clause with a dependent clause connecting and indicating a relationship between the two. All right, so I hope it's clear. Now, today, let's identify what type of subordinating conjunction the underlined word is and choose the letter of your answer. Okay, so let's have number one. Here, I want you to write again the number of the item and the letter of your answer. Okay, let's have number one. When the sun sets, we will go for a walk. Again, when the sun sets, we will go for a walk. Now, is it A, subordinating conjunctions of time? B, subordinating conjunctions of cause? C, subordinating conjunctions of purpose? D, subordinating conjunctions of consequence, or E, subordinating conjunctions of condition. Number one, when the sun sets, we will go for a walk. Is it more like a conjunction of time? Is it more like a conjunction of cause, a conjunction of purpose, a conjunction of consequence, or a conjunction of condition? Okay, anyone is allowed to answer. Okay, anyone? Okay, so let's find out. For number one, it's conjunction of time because of the conjunction when. All right, so now let's continue. Number two, if it rains, we will cancel the picnic. Again, if it rains, we will cancel the picnic. Is it A, subordinating conjunctions of time? B, subordinating conjunctions of cause? Letter C, subordinating conjunctions of purpose? Or letter D, subordinating conjunctions of consequence? Or letter E, subordinating conjunctions of condition? Again, identify what type of subordinating conjunction the underlined word is. The underlined word is if. Is it conjunction of time, conjunction of cause, conjunction of purpose, conjunction of consequence, or conjunction of condition? Okay, so the correct answer for number two is letter E, subordinating conjunctions of condition. Condition, why? Because of the word if. If, it's a condition, right? The condition is if it rains, we'll cancel the picnic. That's the condition. Okay, so now let's continue. Number three, she stayed home because she was feeling unwell. Again, she stayed home because she was feeling unwell. Is it conjunction of time? Is it B, conjunction of cause? Letter C, conjunction of purpose? Letter D, conjunction of consequence? Or letter E, conjunction of condition? Okay, for number three, the correct answer for number three is okay, subordinating conjunction of cause. Why it's cause? So, because the cause here is she was feeling unwell. Now, what's the effect? She stayed home. It's not purpose because staying at home because you're feeling unwell is not a purpose, right? Also, it's not a consequence because, again, feeling unwell was not a consequence. I mean, staying at home was not a consequence. I mean, feeling unwell is not the consequence of staying at home, right? Next, it's not also a condition. Again, it's not a condition. That means it's a conjunction of cause. Okay, because also of the conjunction because. It's very obvious. Okay, number four. She studies hard so that she can get good grades. Again, she studies hard so that she can get good grades. I want you to understand the sentence. Now, what type of subordinating conjunction the underlined word is? Is it conjunction of time? Is it conjunction of cause? Conjunction of purpose? Conjunction of consequence? Or conjunction of condition? Okay. All right. So the correct answer for number four is okay, subordinating conjunction of purpose. Okay, it's purpose. Why? Why did you study hard? Because I want to get good grades, right? There's a purpose why you're studying hard or why she's studying hard because she wants to get good grades. So that's the purpose. Okay, that's why so that. Okay, let's continue. Number five. He didn't study. Therefore, he failed the exam. Again, he didn't study. Therefore, he failed the exam. Is it A, subordinating conjunctions of time? Is it B, subordinating conjunctions of cause? Letter C, subordinating conjunctions of purpose? Letter D, subordinating conjunction of consequence? Or letter E, conjunctions of condition? So I want you to understand the sentence. Okay. So the correct answer for number five, we have here subordinating conjunction of consequence. Okay, it's consequence. Why? Of course, you did not study. Therefore, you failed the exam. He failed the exam. That's the consequence of his action of not studying. All right, I hope it's clear. Now let's have number six. Although it was cold, we went for a walk. Again, although it was cold, we went for a walk. Is it A, subordinating conjunctions of time? Letter B, conjunctions of cause? Letter C, conjunctions of purpose? Letter D, conjunctions of concession? Or letter E, conjunctions of comparison? Okay, so for number six, the correct answer is letter D. It's subordinating conjunctions of concession. Why it's concession? Because it's opposing, right? It was cold, but still you went for a walk. And then we use this word although. Although it was cold. Here, it's already the sign. It's already a sign or it's already a clue that it's a concession. Although it was cold, right? That means the next statement will be a contrasting or will be opposing to the first statement. Now let's have number seven. She sings as beautifully as her sister. Again, she sings as beautifully as her sister. Is it A, subordinating conjunction of time? Is it B, conjunctions of cause? Letter C, conjunctions of purpose? Letter D, conjunctions of concession? Or letter E, conjunctions of comparison? Okay, so for number seven, the correct answer is okay, it's letter E. It's subordinating conjunction of comparison. It's comparison because you compare um your I mean she sings, yeah, as beautifully as her sister. It means you're comparing how how she sings and how her sister sings. Okay, and they're both um they're both singing beautifully, or they both have beautiful voice. Now how about for number 8? You can borrow my book as long as you return it. Is it A, subordinating conjunction of time, subordinating conjunction of cause, subordinating conjunction of purpose, subordinating conjunction of condition, or subordinating conjunction of comparison? Again, number 8, you can borrow my book as long as you return it. Okay, for number 8, the correct answer for number 8 is condition. Again, it's a condition. Why? As long as you return it. That's the condition. You can borrow the book as long as you return it. So it's a condition. Okay. Now let's continue. Number 9. He works overtime in order to save money for a vacation. Okay, again, he works overtime in order to save money for a vacation. So here the coordinating conjunction is, subordinating conjunction is in order to. Sorry, I did not um, notice it. So it should be the underlined word, the underlined phrase here is in order to. Works overtime to save money for a vacation. Is it subordinating conjunction of time? Is it conjunction of cause, conjunction of purpose, conjunction of condition, or conjunction of comparison? Okay, for number 9, it's okay, conjunction of purpose. Why? Why do you work overtime? My purpose of working overtime is to save money for vacation. Okay, so that's why it's subordinating conjunction of purpose. All right, let's have number 10. After he graduated, he traveled to Europe. Again, after he graduated, he traveled to Europe. Is it A, conjunction of time? Is it B, conjunction of cause? Is it C, conjunction of purpose? Letter D, conjunction of condition? Letter E, conjunction of comparison. Okay, so the correct answer for number 10 is subordinating conjunction of time. Because of the word or because of the subordinating conjunction, after. After indicates time. All right? So let's continue. I hope it's clear to you guys. Now, today, let's proceed with the subject verb agreement. Okay, so I know subject verb agreement is an easy topic, but still, um, even though it's easy, but still a lot of us get confused with subject verb agreement. Even me, I also get confused with this agreement. Okay, so now let's start. We have here the sentence: Jan, John, and Bob. Is it walk or walks to the store? So can I see your answers in the comment section? So what is the correct verb to use in this sentence? What's the correct verb to use in this sentence? Is it walk or walks? Anyone? Okay. So for this sentence, the correct verb to use is walk. Okay? Of course, you already know this. Why? Because of the plural subjects or, yeah, plural nouns. So there are two or more subjects, and then they are also joined by and. That means they are considered plural. And when they are considered plural, or if the subject is plural, that means it requires a plural verb. That means plural verb doesn't have an S at the end. So Jen, John, and Bob walk to the store. Okay. So what about this one? Bob and his brothers, is it eats a cake? Okay, so the correct answer here is okay, so Bob and his brothers eat a cake. Again, there are two subjects, Bob and his brothers, right? And they're joined by the word and. That means they are considered, or therefore they are considered plural. And the verb form of the word eat is eat without an S. Eat. Bob and his brothers eat a cake. Okay? Next, for this sentence, each boy and girl love or loves to play outside. Again, each boy and girl, is it love or loves to play outside? What's your answer here? Any idea? Okay. So the correct answer here is loves. Okay, each boy and girl loves to play outside. So why is it loves when there's the word and there? Okay, so here's the reason why. Now, if a subject is modified by the words each or every, then that subject is considered singular and will take a verb form that ends in s. Even though the subject is plural, but if it is modified by the words each or every, then that subject is considered a singular form and must take a singular verb. Okay? So, how about this one? In this sentence, every student, we have here, every student must have a water bottle. Again, every student must, is it has or have a water bottle? What's the correct answer? Is it has or have? Anyone? Okay, so here the correct answer is have. Why is it have when the subject is modified by the word every? Why is it the verb is a plural form or is in a plural form? So here's the reason why. Because the word must here, must before the verb, uh, is a modal verb. So it's a modal verb that means requires, it's a necessity or a requirement. And therefore, if there's a modal verb, the next verb should be in plural form. Okay, again, if it's a modal verb, if the modal verb is in front of the main verb, then the main verb should be in plural form. Okay, regardless of the subject. Okay, so here every student must have a water bottle. But if it doesn't have a modal verb, the sentence would be like this: every student has a water bottle. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Now, here, let's have the next sentence. We have neither Ella nor her friends visit or visits the beach. Again, neither Ella nor her friends visit or visits the beach. So, what is the proper verb for this sentence? Is it visit or visits? Okay, so the correct answer here is neither Ella nor her friends visit the beach. It's visit. Why? Why it's visit? All right. So here's the reason why. If plural subjects are joined by or, nor, or but, the verb must only agree with the subject that is closest to it. Okay. So we have plural subject because we have Ella and her friends. That means they are plural subjects. Now, but however, they are joined by or, by nor and neither, or nor. Yeah, they're joined by nor. That means the verb must only agree with the subject that is closest to it. So here our verb is visit, and the subject that is closer to the verb is her friends, and her friends is plural. That means we must agree, or the verb must agree with the subject, her friends. So since it is plural, that means we also take a plural verb. Okay, that means visit. Visit the beach. So neither Ella nor her friends visit the beach. Okay, so let's continue. Here, either Sheila or John eat eats the cake. What's the correct verb to use in this sentence? Is it eat or eats? Okay, so the correct verb to use in this sentence is eats. Why eats? All right. Okay, so here again, just like what I said, though they are plural. Why? Because Sheila is the first subject, and then John the second subject. They're plural already, but they're joined by the word or. That means we must agree, or the verb must agree with the subject that is closest to it. Now, this is the verb, and John is the closer subject. That means the verb must agree with John. So since John is singular, that means we will take a singular verb. So either Sheila or John eats the cake. All right? Okay, so let's continue. I hope it's clear. Now let's have this next sentence. Everything happened or happens for a reason. Again, everything happened or happens for a reason. Okay, so the correct answer here is everything happens for a reason. Why? Why is it happens? Why is it a singular verb when the subject is everything? Everything is more than one. Okay, here's the reason why everything is an indefinite pronoun. All right. So indefinite pronouns are usually singular. Okay, and they take a verb form that ends in s. That means we are considering indefinite pronouns as singular usually. Okay, not all indefinite pronouns, but most of the indefinite pronouns we take them as singular form. Okay, so here are some of the indefinite pronouns that always take a singular verb. Okay, so we have anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, somebody, someone, something. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so here in the sentence, the mother duck with all of her little ducklings walks to the pond. Again, the mother duck with all of her little ducklings walks to the pond. What is the correct verb to use in this sentence? Okay, so the correct verb to use in this sentence is walks. Why walks when the subject are more probably plural? So we have here mother duck, and we also have her little ducklings. So here's the reason why. When a phrase comes between the subject and the verb, remember that the verb still agrees with the subject. Okay, so not the noun or pronoun in the phrase following the subject of the sentence. So let's find out first where is the phrase in this sentence. So the phrase in this sentence is with all of her little ducklings. So that's our phrase there. And it comes between the subject. Our subject is the mother duck, and our verb is walks. Now the phrase is in between the mother duck and the verb walks. Now, the verb must agree or still agrees with the subject, not the noun or pronoun in the phrase. Though in this phrase with all of our little ducklings, we have a noun little ducklings here, but still we should not, or I mean, we should not consider that, or we should avoid that, or we should ignore the phrase, but focus only in the subject. Okay, that means whatever the subject form is, or whatever the subject is, if it's either singular or plural, still the verb must depend on the subject. That means the mother duck is singular, therefore the verb should be in singular form also, walks. Okay, how about this one? Armand, together with his friends, are going on a camping trip tomorrow. Again, Armand, together with his friends, are going on a camping trip tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, so the correct verb to use in this sentence is is. Why is? Okay, here. Here's the reason why. Armand, together with his friends, again, phrase comes between the subject and the verb. So this is the phrase together with his friends. Let's ignore that. No, let's ignore it. And let's focus on the subject, Armand. Armand is singular. Therefore, we take a singular verb, is. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Okay, we have here the mother duck and all of her ducklings walks to the store. Again, the mother duck and all of her ducklings walks to the store. Okay, So let's find out. All right. So in this sentence, the mother duck and all of her ducklings walk to the store. Okay, it's walk. Why walk? All right. Here's the reason why again. So there are some indefinite pronouns and nouns that will be singular or it will be plural depending on the object of the prepositional phrase. Now, these words are always about number or amount, such as all, half, some, none, most, part, etc. And also, aside from that, here it is also joined, our subjects were joined by the word and. So technically, even though there's no such thing as indefinite pronoun, still it is a plural subject. Means it will take plural verb. Now these words are always about number or amount. We have here all of her ducklings. So it's considered the mother duck and all of her ducklings, they are considered plural subjects. Okay? And that means we have to take plural verb walk to the store. Okay, let's continue. How about this? Some of the students, is it is or are gone? Some of the students is are gone. Okay, so the correct answer here is some of the students are gone. Okay, some of the students are gone. Why again? Always about number or amount. So some, that means it's considered plural. All right, so that's why we take plural verb also. Okay, let's continue. Now, how about in this sentence? Some money is or are needed. That's the correct verb to use. Some money is or are needed. So we use the word some, it's an indefinite pronoun. Some money. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, some money is needed. Why? Why is it the verb is a singular form or singular? It's because, again, uncountable nouns take a singular verb. Remember, money is considered an uncountable noun. Though we can count money, but there are words where we or terms that we will use aside from the word money to make it countable noun. Okay. Now, if the sentence is like this, sums of money are needed. Okay, that's only one period. I forgot to delete it. Okay, sums of money are needed. Here, money, instead of simply saying money, to make it countable noun, we put sums of. All right, sums of, that means the amount of money. So sums of money, then it becomes a plural subject. So sums of money are needed. Okay, so I hope it's clear. If it's only some money, money here is uncountable noun, considered uncountable noun. That means it takes a singular verb. But if we put some, if we omit or we delete some, the SOME, and we put sums of money, then we will take a plural verb are. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Okay, another sentence. Example, we have here diabetes. Okay, diabetes affects many people around the world. What's the correct answer? Is it affect or affects? So our subject here is diabetes. Okay, so the correct answer here is affects. Okay, still affects. Why is it affects? Again, uncountable nouns. All right, uncountable noun. Diabetes, though it looks like a plural subject, but it's an uncountable noun, means it is considered a singular subject. Thus, it takes a singular verb affects. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Okay, so here Interviews is our one way to collect data and allows researchers to gain an in-depth understanding of participants. Is it is or allow, or is it is allows, or is it are allow, or D are allows? Okay. All right. So let's find out. Okay. So when there is one subject and more than one verb, that means the verbs throughout the sentence must agree with the subject throughout the sentence. Okay. So we have here interviews, right? As we all know, interviews is okay. So interviews is considered an accountable noun. So that means we will say interviews is one way to collect data and allows researchers to gain an in-depth understanding of participants. So we have here is and allows. Okay. So next, how about this one? An assumption is or something that is are generally accepted as true and is are an important consideration when conducting a doctoral study. Okay, what's the correct or what's the proper verb to use here? Okay, so the proper verbs to use are an assumption here. Assumption, it's a singular subject. So it takes is singular verb and then followed by all singular. Okay, singular. Again, when there is one subject, more than one verb, the verbs throughout the sentence must agree with the subject. Okay, it does not change. All right. Okay, if it starts with singular, then it must end with singular if there's only one subject. Okay. All right, let's continue. Now, here, a crowd of people is are waiting for the actor. Again, a crowd of people is or are waiting for the actor. Is it is or is it are? Okay, so the correct answer for this is okay. If it starts with, or the subject starts with a body of, a crowd of, a bunch of, a team of, a heap of, a herd of, a fleet of, a piece of, a pair of, a chain of, etc., followed by plural noun, but still they have singular verbs. Okay, so we have here plural noun people, right? A crowd of people. That means it's plural noun, but it is a singular verb. Okay, very good. It's a singular verb. So that means a crowd of people is waiting for the actor. Singular verb. Okay, how about this one? A pair of scissors has or have been sold out all the time. Again, a pair of scissors has or have been sold out all the time. What's the correct verb to use here? Our subject is a pair of scissors. Is it has or have? Okay, so the correct answer here is a pair of scissors has been sold out all the time. Again, because it starts with, I mean, it they used a pair of. Okay, a pair of with followed by plural noun. We have scissors followed by plural noun scissors. That means it takes singular verb. It must take singular verb. So has. Okay, please remember that. No matter how, no matter what the subject is, if it starts with a body of, a crowd of, still it takes singular verb. Okay? Even though it has a plural noun. Remember that. Even though it has a plural noun, but if it starts with a body of, a crowd of, and these things, that means it's a singular or it takes a singular verb. Okay, so now let's continue. We have here 10 pounds of chocolate is or are too much to eat at once. Again, 10 pounds of chocolate is or are too much to eat at once. What's the correct answer here? 10 pounds of chocolate is are too much to eat at once. Okay, so the correct answer here is is. Okay, 10 pounds of chocolate is too much to eat at once. Why? Okay, so when the subject is a unit of measurement of time or distance, money, weight, etc., so the unit is considered singular. Okay, that means the verb will end in s or in a singular form. So we have here 10 pounds of chocolate, but still this is a unit. It acts as one, means it takes a singular verb is. Okay, how about this one? 13 feet of kite string. Is it tangle? Tangles very easily. 13 feet of kite string, tangle or tangles very easily. Okay, so here in this sentence, the correct verb to use is tangles. Why? Again, it's a unit of measurement of distance, right? 13 feet of kite string. Tangles very easily. So it means 13 feet of kite string is considered a singular or a unit. It means it takes a singular verb, tangles. Okay, let's continue. Here, let's practice subject verb agreement. So I want you to answer, for example, number one, and if your answer is was, so you can say number one was. All right, to see if yeah, to see what your answers are. All right, let's have number one. Neither the windows nor the door, is it was or were locked? What's your answer? Anyone? Neither the windows nor the door was or were locked. Okay, so the correct answer here is was. Okay, so neither the windows nor the door was locked. Again, why? It's because of this nor when two subjects were joined by the word nor. Yes, that's right. Uh, Joined by nor, that means the verb must agree with the closer subject. And the closer subject is door, means it's was. Okay, very good. Now, how about number two? A grove of oak trees protects the house from the wind. Again, a grove of oak trees protects the house from the wind. Okay, what's your answer? Right, so the correct answer for number two is protects. Again, because why? Because of a grove of sorry, a of oak trees. So that means no matter what or no matter what noun it is, it's plural or singular. If they use a grove of or like in a group, they act as a group, that means they're considered singular. Okay, or they must take a singular verb. And protects is a singular verb. Okay, a grove of oak trees protects the house from the wind. No matter what, oak trees, it's a plural noun, but since it is, um, I mean, it is paired with a grove of oak trees, that means we will take singular verb. Okay, please remember that. Now let's continue. Neither the hammer nor, it's not, okay, sorry, it's nor. Neither the hammer nor the nails were in the toolbox. Again, this is not, this is nor. So neither the hammer nor the nails were in the toolbox. What's our number three? Okay, so the answer for number three is were. Why were? Again, if there are two subjects and joined by the word nor, that means we must agree, or the verb must agree to the closer subject. Now, what's the closer subject? It's the nails. Nails. Now, nails is a plural subject. That means we will take a plural verb, were, in the toolbox. Okay? Just like in this number one, we have here neither the windows nor the door. Since the door is the closer and it's a singular, we must take singular verb. Here, it's plural. That means we'll take plural verb also. Okay, number four. Maria, one of the star skaters in the ice review, um, teach ice skating in her free time. Is it teaches or teach? Number four, what's the correct answer? Okay, so for number four, it's teaches. Why teaches? All right. So here, the subject and the verb, there's like a between on it, a phrase was in between. The phrase was in between Maria, or the subject, and the verb. That means let's exclude it, or let's ignore it. Let's not take it into consideration. Let's focus on our subject, Maria. Okay, if the situation is like this, or if the sentence is like this, where the subject and the verb, then there's in between it the phrase, then we must focus on our subject, Maria. So since Maria is singular, then we must take a singular verb, teaches. Okay, now let's continue. Number five, toast with peanut butter and bananas is our Olga's favorite breakfast. Again, toast with peanut butter and bananas is our Olga's favorite breakfast. Okay, so the correct sentence here is, the correct verb here is is. Why is? Again, toast here. This is our subject, and with peanut butter and bananas, they just go together, right? It's not they were not in a separate entity or something. So toast with peanut butter and bananas, that means they're together, means we create a singular verb, or we must take a singular verb, is. Okay, so toast with peanut butter and bananas is considered singular subject. Okay, next. Everyone on the organization participate in the fundraising. Again, everyone on the organization participate in the fundraising. Okay, so what's the answer here? Okay, so the correct answer is participates. Again, why participates? Because of the indefinite pronoun everyone. Everyone is an indefinite pronoun. Now, if it has an indefinite pronoun, automatically it's singular, no matter what. Okay? That means it's participates. Okay? Now let's continue. Number 7. The pedestrians who crossed in the middle of the street was or were given traffic tickets. Again, the pedestrians who crossed in the middle of the street were given traffic tickets. Is it was or were? Okay. So for number 7, it's were. Okay, it's were. All right. Why? Because pedestrians. So the pedestrians are people. All right. So these are people who cross the street, and pedestrians are considered plural subject. That means we must take a plural verb, were. All right. Now let's continue. Here, every boy and girl in school must, has, or must have purchased a ticket for the field trip. Again, every boy and girl in school must, has, or have purchased a ticket for the field trip. Okay. Okay, so the correct answer for number 8 is have. Why is it have? Though it has an indefinite pronoun every boy and girl in school because of the modal verb must. Yes, very good. That's correct. Because of the modal verb must, that means the next verb should be in plural form. Okay? Remember that it must be in plural form, no matter what the subject is or are. Okay, now let's continue. Number 9. 80% of this test in mathematics deal with fractions. Again, 80% of this test in mathematics deal with fractions. Is it deals or deal? Number 9. Okay, so for number 9, the correct answer is deals. Why deals? Again, it's in a measurement form. So 80% of this test in mathematics, it's a measurement, means it's considered singular. I must take singular verb. Okay, next. The class of 90s, are coming from many parts of the country for the reunion. Again, the class of 90s are coming from many parts of the country for the reunion. Okay, so for number 10, the correct answer is. Why is? Because the class of 90s, it acts as a group or a unit. That means it acts as once a single entity. Means we need to take singular verb is. Okay, though the class of 90s, there are a lot of members or more than one member, but still, since the class of 90s is considered as a group or one, like a collective noun, that means you must consider it as singular. Okay, now let's continue. All right, so here let's have identifying errors. So for identifying errors, let's proceed for number one. So again, in the comment section, I want you to write the number of the item and then the letter of your answer. Okay, for number one, please choose which is or which has some errors in the sentence. Okay, or if there's no error, you can just answer E, no error. Okay, let's have number one. The number of students in a language class are limited to 40. Is there an error in this sentence? The number of students in a language class are limited to 40. Is there an error in this sentence? Okay, so for number one, the correct answer is letter C. Why letter C? Okay, let's start. So here, our subject is the number, right? Now, the number here is considered now our subject, and the number is singular. No matter, right? No matter what the next noun is, if it's students or student, but still we must focus on the number. Okay, so since it functions as one, means the number singular, and we must take singular verb is. So it should be the number of students in a language class is limited to 40 because the number of students function as single group or one only. That means it's singular. Okay, next. Number two, both the ring and the watch is in the jewelry box. Again, both the ring and the watch is in the jewelry box. Number two, both the ring and the watch is in the jewelry box. Is there an error in this sentence? Okay, so for number two, the correct answer is letter C. Very good. Why letter C? Again, the subject is compound. Compound means they were joined by the word and. So the ring and the watch, both. It means it's a compound and must take a plural verb. So it should be both the ring and the watch are in the jewelry box. Okay? All right, so let's continue. Number three, neither Ramon or Oscar are invited to the seminar. Again, neither Ramon or Oscar are invited to the seminar. Is there an error in this sentence? Okay, for number three, the correct answer for number three is, okay, letter B. Why letter B? All right. So here's first reason is that um, neither and nor is a fixed phrase, right? It shouldn't be paired with other conjunction or other word. It should be paired by its fixed phrase. That means it's neither nor. It's not neither or. Okay? There's no phrase such as neither or. It should be neither nor, which means negative relationship. Okay? It's negative relationship. It should be neither Ramon nor Oscar and is. Okay? Is verb must agree to its closer subject. So this should be nor and this should be is. Why? Because the verb must agree to its closer subject. The closer subject here is Oscar. Okay? That means there are two errors here. First one, the word or. This should be replaced by nor. And then are should be replaced by is. So the correct sentence should be neither Ramon nor Oscar is invited to the seminar. All right? I hope it's clear. Now let's continue. Number 4. You seem excited about the radio broadcast. Again, you seem excited about the radio broadcast. Is there an error there? Okay. So for number 4, the correct answer here is no error. Again, no error. Why? This sentence is perfect. Okay, no error in this sentence. All right, let's continue for number 5. So neither of them are available to meet you at the airport. Again, neither of them are available to meet you at the airport. That's the correct answer for number 5. Okay, so for number 5, the correct answer for number 5 is B. Why it's letter B? Why? Because if if the subject is modified, if the subject is modified by either or neither, that means it requires a singular verb. That's right. Very good. Okay. So we have here neither. Always remember if the subject is modified by either or neither, that means our verb should be in a singular form and it should be is. That means neither of them is available to meet you at the airport. Okay, now let's continue. Number 6. The inventor stood to accept the award. Please identify the error if there's an error here. 6. The inventor stood to accept the award. Okay, so the correct answer here is C, to accept. Why is it to accept? It's because of the usage of the word. It should be accept, right? But why? Accept means to receive something, and accept means to exclude a thing from something. So the inventor stood to accept, not accept the award. It should be accept. Okay, so the correct sentence here should be the inventor stood to accept the award. Okay, so let's continue. Number 7. Between the three of us, I think I am the slowest runner. Again, between the three of us, I think I am the slowest runner. Okay, so is there an error here? Okay, so for number seven, it's letter A. Okay, it's letter A. Why? Because of the word between. Why? So in informal language or in informal conversation, this is acceptable. I mean, between the three of us is acceptable. But technically, if we're talking about grammar standard, among should be used for a group of three or more. But when you say between, it's only two item or people. Okay, between. It's only two item or people. Right? That's why, since it's the three of us, it should be among the three of us, not between the three of us. Okay? All right, so let's continue. How about number eight? There are scarcely no more birds in this city. Again, there are scarcely no more birds in the city. Where's the error there? Number eight. Okay, so for here, it's letter B. Why it's letter B? So we have here scarcely no more birds, right? That means scarcely here is almost not or barely already. That means it's double negative. It's double negative, almost not or barely, and then we barely, then we have no here. That means it's double negative already, and they cannot coexist. That means instead of no, city. Okay, so let's continue. Number nine. So for number nine, this fruit contains fewer sugar. Again, this fruit contains fewer sugar. Number nine, is there an error here? Okay, for number nine, so the correct answer here is letter C. So this fruit contains fewer sugar. Fewer here is our error. Why? Because fewer is used for countable noun. And technically, sugar is not a countable noun. We should use less because less is for uncountable noun. So the sentence should be this fruit contains less sugar. Again, this fruit contains less sugar. Okay, next, number 10. The team are going to practice tomorrow for the final competition. Again, the team are going to practice tomorrow for the final competition. Is there an error here? Okay. So for number 10, it's B. So the team is a collective noun, and collective noun is considered singular. So it must take singular verb, is going. So the team is going to practice tomorrow for the final competition. Okay, now let's talk about word analogy. Okay, for word analogy, let's have for number one first. So we have here the missing word is at the beginning. So we have lunch, and then breakfast is to lunch. Blank is to lunch. Breakfast is to lunch. Is it A, sandwich? Is it B, dinner? Is it C, eggs? Is it D, countdown? Okay. So here for number one, the correct answer for number one is letter D. It's countdown. So why countdown? First, let's try to analyze the words. So we have here lunch and then breakfast and lunch. So lunch here, it means to begin, right? Or to start. Now, in the relationship between breakfast and lunch, we all know that before we take the lunch or before we eat lunch, we must eat breakfast first, or breakfast comes first before lunch. That means the countdown comes first before lunch. There will be no lunch if we won't have a countdown, right? Okay, that means that's the relationship between them. So we have here countdown to lunch and then breakfast to lunch. Okay, let's continue. How about number two? We have here brother to sibling and mother to blank. Is it A, father? Is it B, sister? Is it C, parent? Or is it D, daughter? Again, brother is to sibling, mother is to blank. Okay, so the correct answer for number two is letter C, parent. Yes, very good. It's parent. Why it's parent? Because by this analogy, it's by definition. Okay? Brother, as we all know, what's the definition of brother? It's a sibling, right? So sibling by definition. And mother is parent by definition. Okay? All right, so let's continue. How about number three? We have pity to compassion and grief to blank. Again, pity to compassion and grief is to blank. First, we must find out, okay, the relationship between these two words. What's their relationship? And if we will see the relationship, then we can proceed to the grief and what's the closer relationship we can have with these words. Okay. For number three, the correct answer for number three is okay, since it is synonyms or sameness, because pity is also compassion. So grief is to sorrow. All right. So it is sorrow. How about number four? Attentive to careless. And then firm to blank. Again, number four, we have attentive to careless and firm to blank. Okay. So number four, okay. So for number four, attentive, careless, that means their relationship is more oppositeness or antonyms. That means we need to find the opposite or the antonym for the word firm. And the closer one here is flexible. Okay, so flexible, firm is to being strong or solid with structure, and then flexible is able to be bent or adaptable. Okay, it's flexible. Very good. Okay, how about for number five? We have here rain to flood and smoke to blank. Again, rain to flood, smoke to blank. Okay, so here in this sentence, the correct answer is okay. So since this is the relationship is cause and effect, that means it's pollution. Why it's pollution? Of course, it's cause. So why there's a flood? Because of, I mean, their relationship is more like um, rain is the cause of flood, right? Now smoke is the cause of pollution. It's not it's not fire. I mean, smoke is not the cause of fire, right? Though there's a smoke, but it's not that there's fire there. So it's about pollution because smoke is more on the pollution. Okay, so it's cause and effect. So rain caused by flood, smoke caused by pollution. Number six, flower is to petal and computer is to blank. Again, flower is to petal, computer is to blank. Is it A, printer, B, keyboard, C, scanner, or D, spreadsheet? Again, number six, flower is to petal, computer is to blank. Okay, for number six, the correct answer here is it's because flower petal, they are whole and part. Flower is the whole, and petal is a part of a flower. That means the correct answer is letter B, keyboard. Keyboard is part of the computer. Okay, that's right. Now let's have number seven. Ball is to round, paper is to blank. Number seven, ball is to round, paper is to blank. Okay, so the correct answer for number seven is, so since this is also whole part, it's rectangular. All right. So yes, right. So these words, they are all definitions of paper, but since we're talking about ball round and they're talking about the shape, so we have to answer that paper is a rectangular shape. Okay? So let's continue. Number 8. So we have here fish is to school, cow is to. Okay, so for number 8, the correct answer for number 8 is. Okay, so since fish or school is for objects and then their groups, fish is for school because that's what we call. For the group of fish, we call them school. And for cow, we call them herd. Okay, we call them herd. Letter C, pack, is what we call for a group of wolves, right? Pack of wolves. And for pride, I think it's for lion, right? Okay, so let's continue. Yes, it's herd. Now, here for word analogy, we have synonyms, antonyms, and the words here are confusing also, and they are unfamiliar words. So here, let's have Number nine, we have pragmatic is to idealistic, and realistic is to what? Is it A, visionary? Is it A? Sorry, it's B, not A. Again, A, visionary. Is it B, practical? C, fanciful, fanciful. Letter D, concrete. Again, pragmatic is to idealistic, realistic is to blank. Is it A, visionary? Is it B, practical? Is it C, fanciful? Or letter D, concrete? So they have some synonyms or antonym relationship. So I want you to analyze first the first two words. What's their relationship? Okay, so let's start. Okay, it's letter A. It's letter A, visionary. Okay, why visionary? So here, visionary means stresses of impracticality or incapability of realization, right? Now, for practical, it's realistic, right? Now, fanciful is free play of the imagination, and concrete, real, physical, touchable. Now, here, we all know that pragmatic is more into practicality or also realistic, right? And then it is paired with idealistic or the opposite of pragmatic. The opposite of being practical or being realistic is being idealistic, right? Now, for realistic, which is the synonym of pragmatic, so what's the synonym of idealistic? We have visionary, not fanciful. Why? Because fanciful is through imagination, while visionary is the impracticality of realization. You are just visioning out, okay? Not playing with your imagination, but just it's just a vision that it might come true, okay? So that's why it's visionary. Okay, number 10, we have here mundane and extraordinary, then trivial to blank. Is it A, insignificant, B, important, C, common, or D, routine? What's the correct answer for number 10? Okay, so for number 10, it's letter B. Okay, letter B important. Why? What does it mean by the word mundane? So mundane is something ordinary. Okay, mundane is ordinary. Now, what's the opposite of ordinary? Extraordinary, right? Now, for trivial, what is trivial? So trivial is of little importance, like not really important. So what's the opposite of trivial? That means important, not insignificant, because insignificant is similar with trivial, little importance. And common is similar with mundane, something ordinary. Routine is, yeah, the routine of something or the activity that you usually do, right? So that means letter B, important, is the opposite of the word trivial. Okay, number 11. We have here pernicious to harmless and obsolete to blank. Again, pernicious to harmless and then obsolete to blank. Remember, it's a synonym antonym relationship. Okay, so the correct answer for number 11 is relevant. Why it's relevant? Okay, so we have here pernicious, harmful, right? And then paired with its antonym, which is harmless. So pernicious, harmful, antonym, harmless. Obsolete here means no longer relevant, right? Like obsolete being ignored already, being forgotten already. So no longer relevant, that means the antonym of obsolete is relevant. Okay, that's correct. It's letter B, relevant. Okay, number 12. So number 12, benevolent is to malicious and altruistic is to blank. Again, number 12, benevolent is to malicious, altruistic is to blank. Is it A, selfish? Is it B, generous? C, kind? Or is it D, compassionate? So we have here benevolent to malicious, altruistic to blank. Okay, so for number 12, the correct answer is letter A, selfish. Why selfish? So benevolent means kind and charitable, right? Well, the opposite of it is intending to do harm. So the opposite of kind means you do harm to others. Now, altruistic here means you are selfless. So selfless concern for the well-being of others. You are not selfish. That means the opposite of altruistic is selfish. Letter A. Very good. Okay, number 13. We have here whisper is to speak, sprint is to blank. So here, this is not a synonym antonym. Okay, we need to depend on um, the words or the first two words. What's their relationship? So we have here, whisper is to speak, sprint is to blank. Is it walk, jog, run, or dash? Okay, so for number 13, the correct answer is letter A, walk. Why? Okay, even though I said that it's not a synonym antonym and I said that you need to depend on the first two words, but as we all know, whisper means you speak very softly using one's breath without one's vocal cords or just simply speaking slowly, right? Or speaking in a manner where no one can hear you, right? So you're just like speaking without something like you're just murmuring. But when you speak, right, you speak something like there are words, clear words. You speak or you spoke to. That means it's more like an opposite also. Whisper, the opposite of whisper means speak. Okay, so whisper means you're just murmuring or muttering words. But when you speak clear words. Alright? Now for sprint, we all know that sprint is run at full speed. Now for jog is more like running, but in a slow manner or yeah, in a slow manner. Run, yes, run is more like sprint also. And dash, yeah, dash is similar with sprint. That means the opposite of sprint is walk. All right. Number 14. We have here bark is to tree, skin is to blank. Is it A, muscle? Is it B, body? Is it C, organ? Or is it D, cell? Okay, so for number 14, the correct answer is okay, it's letter B, body. Why? Because bark is the outer layer of a tree. Okay, and what's the outer layer of the body? It's the skin. Okay, let's continue. Number 15. We have here doctor is to health, lawyer is to blank. Is it A, crime? Is it B, rights? Is it C, justice? Or is it D, law? Sorry for the typo. So we have here A, crime, B, rights, C, justice, or D, law. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, so we have here the answer is justice. Why justice? So, as we all know, that a doctor is concerned with health. Though lawyer are concerned with the law, but more they are concerned with justice. Okay, they're concerned with justice. Why? Why do you need a lawyer? Because you need justice. Okay, you need fair judgment. Okay. How about number 16? We have here seed is to plant and egg is to blank. Okay. So for number 16, the correct answer here is letter D, bird. Why bird? Okay. We all know that a seed grows into a plant, right? So from seed, you grow into a plant, right? Now, an egg can hatch and they can become a bird. It depends, but here the bird is the closer word that we can associate with the word egg. Okay, so since the relationship here is from seed to plant and from egg to bird. Okay, of course. What will happen to the egg? It will hatch and turn into its bird or any animal, right? Okay. Now let's continue. Number 17. Okay, for number 17, we have here fiction is to imagination and science is to blank. Sorry for the typo again. So we have here A, facts, B, knowledge, C, theory, or D, truth. Again, number 17, fiction is to imagination and science is to blank. Okay, so the correct answer for number 17 is facts. Okay, why facts? All right. So, fiction is based on imagination, right? While science is based on facts. Now, what's the difference between facts and theory? Now, a fact is something that's indisputable. Why? Because it is based on empirical research and there are evidences that could support that fact, right? And it's quantifiable measures and facts go beyond theories. You have first your knowledge, then you go with theories, and then through that theory you do research, some measurements, some measures and experiments, and then you come up with a fact, and then that's the science already, which is based on facts. Now truth is entirely different. Why? Though truth can include fact, but it can also have beliefs, right? It also has some beliefs or something. And that's why facts is more closer to science. Why? Because of empirical research and quantifiable measurements. We all know science is based on experiments to prove something. Okay, let's continue. Number 18. We have here nurse is to care and teacher is to blank. Is it A, guide? Is it B, educate? Is it C, teach? Or is it D, inspire? Again, nurse is to care, teacher is to blank. Is it A, guide? Is it B, educate? Is it C, teach? Or is it D, inspire? Okay. So, number 18, the correct answer for number 18 is letter B, educate. Why educate? Okay. A nurse provides care. Provide. Okay, we're talking about providing. All right. Now, teacher, what does a teacher provide? So, a teacher provides education, not just guiding, not just teaching or not just inspiring, but it goes through the general, which is the education to educate. So in educate, there's guiding there, there's teaching there, and there's inspiring there. So all in one, it's educate. Okay, we can in education or in educating a student or someone, then basically we're guiding them, we're teaching them, and we're inspiring them. Okay, that means teacher is to educate. Okay, number 19. So we're down to last two items. Okay, we have number 19. Cup is to drink and plate is to blank. Is it A, meal? Is it B, serve? Is it C, food? Or is it D, eat? Again, cup is to drink, plate is to blank. Okay, so the correct answer here is A. It's meal. Why it's meal? Oh, sorry. It's not meal. It's food. Sorry again for the typo. It's food. All right. So cup holds a drink. Of course, what's inside a cup? Of course, a drink. Something. It could be water, coffee, or any drinks that we can put in the cup. Now plate. What holds? I mean, what do plate holds? So plate holds food, right? So it's food, not meal. Meal is more like a term used for every like the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner. Now food is specific. The specific one, food is what we put on our plate. Okay, next number 20. 20 bicycles to wheels, airplane is to blank. Is it A, wings? Is it B, runway? Is it C, pilot? Or is it D, cockpit? Okay, so we have here runway. Okay, it's runway. Why runway? Bicycle has wheels that enable it to move. Now, an airplane has wings that allow it to fly. All right. So bicycle, we have wheels enable it to move. An airplane has wings that allow it to fly. Without wings, an airplane cannot fly. Though, yes, pilot, without pilot also, that airplane cannot fly. But we are depending on the first two words here. Okay, we're depending on the first two words here. If it says bicycle to driver, then we can say airplane to pilot, right? But here, since bicycle is two wheels, then airplane is two wings because bicycle has wheels An airplane has wings. Okay? All right. So that's it. All right, so I think that's all for today. And I want to say thank you so much for staying with me throughout. And thank you for learning with me. And I hope you learned something today. And please don't forget to keep on reviewing so that you will not forget anything. Learning is a continuous process. Okay, so never stop learning. And I hope to see you all next time. Okay, so thank you so much and have a great day ahead. Bye. Thank you.